In this episode, I will show you how to build this from scratch in Unreal Engine 5. Rendering power in Unreal Engine 5 is super good. Uh, a little disclaimer, Unreal Engine 5 in an early access state, so it's better not to use it as a final development engine. It's just for having fun, but it's super easy to use and not as complicated as sometimes Unreal Engine 4 could get. This is so easy to do, trust me, just stay with me. So first thing I did was just to download Unreal Engine 5 from Epic Launcher actually. And after that, I made a third-person template in game mode. Just select I wanna create a game using third-person template with maximum quality. You don't need to use ray tracing because Unreal Engine 5 itself is using, as you can see, Lumen is what they call it. It's for both reflection and the lighting, so you don't need to use ray tracing. Actually, I'm not quite sure which one is better, but we're just trying. We're all are learning in this technology era. So after that, what I did, actually, you can see that I'm using the third-person mannequin. All the assets that I'm using are from, just go to the content, Quixel Bridge. You have access to all the content that's made and is eligible to use only in Unreal Engine 4, if I'm right. So there are so many things in here, believe me. There are things with super high quality that you can use in your project, and I've used mostly from these assets. And you can see the quality in these assets are just phenomenal. But there's actually no tree in uh, Quixel. What's it called? Quixel Bridge. So I've just downloaded it from Epic Games Marketplace. There are some pretty good. Let me show you real quick. Pretty good quality assets on Epic Games Marketplace for free, where you can find them in. Just go to free and permanently free collection, and there are so many things. Just I've used. Let me show you which one I've used. Yeah, I've used this one. Temperate vegetation. Okay. So these are all the assets I've used, nothing else. These are just foliages. Uh, uh, if you're familiar with foliage, you can go to the foliage tab, and everything is here from scratch. I've just downloaded the assets, and I didn't even have to drag the assets. Content browser is in here, and I didn't even have to drag the assets in here. They're already there. So I've just selected them and painted them, just as easy as that. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this. Okay, so these are the foliages I made, and this is just a material from, I've duplicated the floor, and I've added it in here as a ground for it. So I could use this material, which I've downloaded from Quixel Assets, and as you can see, there's a wind uh, in here. The wind is coming from the material itself. There's a placeholder for it. You just have to enable it, and if you go to the material itself, it's just so simple. Just a simple parameter, a lerp, which if it's a false, it will be giving 0, but it's and even if it's not, it will give some values to the world position offset. It's just a simple grass wind function, which is using some parameters as simple as that. But you can use it in your material instances for is so easily. And I've made some blueprints as well. Actually, I wanted to show you how the lighting works in this game. I've made some blueprints to change the lighting. When I hit M, the lighting situation changes and everything changes in real time. It's so mind-blowingly good. I mean, we couldn't have this in last generation. This generation, everything is super changed, everything is super easy and with so high quality that I cannot even believe. I hit M again and lighting changes in real time, man. This is unbelievable. Yeah, it's now dark. So I use my flashlight. Uh, yeah, it's as simple as that. And I've added some another function where I can uh, change the focal length with mouse wheel up and mouse wheel down. So I could get a real good perspective of what's coming in my view. And if I hit F, it will zoom in. I'm sorry, it will focus on what I'm seeing. Actually, what I'm tracing in front of myself. Let me show you real quick. So when I go to the content browser third person, actually I'm using the third person character mannequin, so there's nothing else really. So the most important thing I did was to delete the original default camera and add a kind camera, because kind camera is really good. It's like a cinematic camera with which has all of these beautiful settings you can change. You can mess around with actually everything you want to change. And other than that, I've just added a spotlight, which is, mm, yeah, there's nothing else really. So for kind camera, I wanted it to be like a first person character. So how I did it was just I attached the kind camera to the mesh itself and I just rotated it a little bit. I fixed the position and rotation to the head itself, and um, there's an option for parent socket in here, and I've just added head. Just browse, type in head, and you're good to go. Uh, about the blueprints I mentioned, so these are the default blueprints. I did nothing to them. So I will explain it later. So these are for changing focal length. Mouse wheel up. This is the kind camera, and you can easily, I mean, easily change the current focal length. Uh, you know, current focal length is 15 right now, and you can, with each mouse wheel up, you can add one to it, and this is as simple as this. And with mouse wheel down, you can subtract one. Yeah, it's as easy as this. Just capture this, just duplicate this in your project, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Oh, let me delete this real quick. So, this is the focus blueprint. When I hit F, I want to have a line trace in front of myself, in front of my camera actually, because I'm seeing things through my camera, so I have to trace things within my camera. So I get my kind camera here and drag a get world location out of it, and this will be our start point. For our endpoint, we have to get our forward vector. To do so, we get world rotation. It has to be in world location and rotation. And I'm really sorry. Okay, get world location. It has to be from get world rotation and get forward vector. And one thing I noticed, when you say multiply, it wouldn't give you the float multiply, so you have to multiply it by 3000, like a vector multiply. It really doesn't matter. You shouldn't get confused by this. And you will add this to your get world rotation, and it will be hooked up to the endpoint. And object types should be word static, anything that you have in your scene. Actually, I have some physics bodies. This is it. uh, for sure it will come to a branch and get out hit results. And what we change in here is set focus settings. Now you have a focus settings, and if you right click and split node, it will give you all of these options that we will have and you will be able to use. So you can easily hook this distance to this point. And remember to set this option to manual. There are other options as well, but you do not want to use them. This is manual. Let's compile, save, and yeah, this is bullshit now. What is this? Okay. So about the spotlight I told you, I've hidden it. This is hidden in game. I've said it this way because I don't want it to be always lighting the scene. So it is hidden in game. So this is the option that I want to change. Spotlight. Of course, there will be a flip flop starting with A, and spotlight set hidden in game won't be hidden for our option A and will be hidden for our option B. As simple as that. For changing the sun direction, actually sun rotation, what we have to do is just, we have to change the sun rotation from the level blueprint itself. So what we have to do, we have to yeah, what we have to do, we have to add a event dispatcher, name it somehow, and when I hit M, it will call the event dispatcher, like this call. And so this option is called. What we have to do, we have to bind an event to this call. So whenever this event is called, there's an event that should be happening. So in our map begin play, we go like this. We cast to our third person character. This should be a get play character, and we bind event. Actually, whatever you named it, sky, you can bind event to that event. This is as simple as that, and you get like a custom event, and sorry, custom event. And what I did, I wanted to be like smooth. You can just not have it, it really doesn't matter. I want it to be smooth, so I added a timeline. Just type timeline, add timeline, and you should be dragging your light source. Actually, not dragging, you can create a reference for it and add rotation, add actor, world rotation. Oh no, local rotation is better. Add rotation, add actor, local rotation. Yeah, this is how I made it. So this is what I have. I wanted to use a lerp, so I have 0 at 0 seconds, and I have 1 at 1 second. And since I'm adding a rotation to my light source, I don't need anything else actually, just a lerp from 000 to adding 3 in just 1 second. It will take 1 second to add 3 units to light sources local rotation, and after that definitely we should just search sky, and you can even drag it here and refresh material. Refresh, this is a built-in function that you have to use. And yeah, this is it. There's pretty much it, and you should be good to you should be good to go. I've added some lens flares, which I wanna show you how I did it. Just go to the post process, lens flare. I made some intensity, and I've uh, set the bokeh size to be bigger since it will be like smoother. Yeah, this is it. Let me show you how it works. Just look at the quality Unreal Engine 5 is giving us, man. This is insane. And it's reacting so good, so good. And I made some physics as well. Actually, this is the mannequin character. Oh, I forgot to mention some things. I'm really sorry for it. For mannequin character, go to the third person character in kind camera. Uh, you should set use palm control rotation. This is for head mounted display. I've checked it, it doesn't matter. Go to the self and okay, I didn't use this to in character movement. Yeah, uncheck this. It's very important. Uncheck orient rotation to movement and check use control the desired rotation. This is it. So let us check it. This is really good. I don't have any sound yet, but I will fix the sound and I will add some stuff and I will upload an executable file for you guys to be enjoying it. That's just the starter content fire particle, nothing more. And you know, the quality here is really good, man. Just look at the materials. Materials quality is really good in Quixel. I've noticed the problem here. I'm gonna show you and I'm gonna tell you how to fix this. You know, everything is blurry because of depth of field, but fire itself is not blurry. So the way to fix that is go to the starter content, particles, materials. Actually, I want to go to the particle itself and see the material from there. Okay, so type DOF. Yeah, this should be unchecked. Apply save, and this should work now. Let me just, yeah. So the fire particle itself is now blurry, but there's another particle that should, the option of the depth of field should be unchecked as well. And this is it. And as you can see, look at the reflections, man. This is not a screen space reflection. This is lumen reflection. This is so insanely good. Dude, I'm enjoying so much. And yeah, this is it. This is pretty much what I wanted to tell you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And let's see. Yeah, there are some bugs as well that I have to fix, so it doesn't really matter. But since this engine is using Lumen, the lighting is really good. Just look at the quality of this place. The quality is more than good. The quality is so unbelievably good. Just look at the picture. The picture is. I can't believe that this picture is made in a like a game engine, not V-Ray or something like that. Yeah. So this is it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed it, just like it would be enough. And if you have any other suggestion, you could let me know in the comment section. Cheers.